Dangerous. You don't wanna fuck around with me. You're talking to what? Goddamn.
What's going on? My name is FreeRunnerX10 and welcome to a brand new video. So in today's video, I take a look at a brand new free-to-play online first-person shooter known as Alliance of Valiant Arms Dog Tag, AVA Dog Tag for short. AVA Dog Tag is basically a brand new free-to-play first-person shooter. Now when I say it's basically brand new, I mean it is brand new, but AVA has existed before. Back in 2007, Red Duck published AVA, Alliance of Valiant Arms, which was a free-to-play online first-person shooter. AVA actually had quite a big following and it was very popular in the free-to-play online first-person shooter scene. It also had a dedicated esports scene at one point in time. AVA took at least up until 2009 to be available in Europe and North America and lasted for a number of years. In fact, the game went through a variety of different publishers up until June 29th, 2018 when it was discontinued by Enmasse Entertainment. So before we take a look at some of the information regarding the game in terms of weapons, classes, and maps, and the esports scene, let's take a look at the director's vision of this game and what he talks about regarding the original AVA and what they want to do with AVA Dog Tag. Alliance of Valiant Arms was originally designed as a first-person shooter which emphasizes on special warfare taking place between regular armies expressed through cooperation on the scale of squads. We wanted to deliver well-balanced, realistic visuals whilst focused on the overall gameplay experience. Alliance of Valiant Arms had always offered a wide variety of weapons that allowed users to experience the pleasure and freedom in finding specific weapons that match their playstyle and preference. AVA Dog Tag was founded upon facing the reality of how Alliance of Valiant Arms had become heavier in terms of system as well as content over the course of a decade, causing the game to become impersonal and complicated. In AVA Dog Tag, we strive to revisit the core elements which made Alliance of Valiant Arms unique and fun to play, while boldly removing any areas in which gameplay experience was either altered or complicated needlessly. We wanted to simplify the overall experience, but at the same time, immerse users with a wide range of compelling and distinct weapons to choose from. Our priority in development of AVA Dog Tag was to maintain/enhance its distinctive engagement style. AVA Dog Tag's gameplay on average is situated in close quarters environment where different class-specific weapons act and react uniquely to a given circumstance. Situational engagements would benefit specific classes or weapons over others, which would promote utilization of space, class, weapons, and weapon attachments. Combined with different types of armor, AVA Dog Tag offers a unique gameplay experience compared to other FPS games, allowing access to extended engagement sessions to heighten the senses of players' immersion in game. So let's take a look at the classes within AVA Dog Tag. You have the Rifleman, the Pointman, and the Sniper. So 3 overall classes, and each of them has strengths, weaknesses, and a sort of description of their intended playstyle. So for the Rifleman class has the most diverse type of weapons, ranging from high rate of fire carbines to high-powered rifles. Rifleman utilizes assault rifles to potentially outperform all other classes when outside each class's respective effective ranges. Strength, all-around class, potential to be effective with a large radius, medium to long distances. Weaknesses, variable weaknesses depending on weapon choice, ineffective in CQC against Pointman. Ineffective beyond 40 meters against snipers. Then we have the Pointman. Pointman weapons revolve around their proficiency in close quarters combat CQC. SMGs and shotguns are main weapon types as they rely on high rate of fire and mobility rather than damage and range. Strengths of this class include the highest movement speed of all classes, most versatile playstyle, highest CQC DPS. Weaknesses include low damage at farther distances and vulnerable to riflemen at medium distance. Moving on to the Sniper class. The Sniper class is situated for long-range combat. Some of their high-powered sniper rifles can deliver a devastating blow to the enemy with a single shot. However, snipers lack performance in close quarters and depend much on their positioning to be able to survive aggressive engagements by the opponent. Strengths, very effective from long distance, able to apply pressure to the enemy team by simply holding certain angles. Possible one-hit kills. Weaknesses, extremely vulnerable at close range, slowest movement speed in game. AVA Dog Tag also features a squad leader role. The highest ranked player of each team are automatically given the squad leader role. As a squad leader, they are given a special tool called binoculars. By default, at the start of each round, Binoculars are effectively a manual UAV which reveals the positioning of all enemies that have been successfully captured through the binoculars. Those who have had their positions revealed by the binoculars will remain visible to the entire enemy team for a brief moment. Binoculars have a cooldown of 15 seconds. So let's take a look at the weapons within the game for each class, starting with the point man weapons. We have the AKS-74U, the HK-416C, the MP7A1, the Remington 870 shotgun, and the Uzi. Looking at the Rifleman weapons, we have the AK-107, AK-47, FAMAS G2, G36A4, M14 EBR, M16A2, M4A1, OTS-14 Groza, SA-58 Para. For the sniper, we have the AWM, the PSG-1, the SV-98, the SVD-63, and the VSS Ventores. Now currently in AVA Dog Tag there are only two game modes, Demolition and Team Deathmatch. Team Deathmatch is obvious, two teams fighting out to reach the max score limit to win the game. You respawn and you basically try and kill as many people as possible, and you reach the score limit and you win the game. Demolition is essentially search and destroy, or the bomb plant mode. Essentially you have two sites, A or B. You have the bomb as the attackers, you have to try and plant the bomb on a site and blow it up to win the round. Obviously when you die in that round you have to wait till the next round before you can play again, and the defending team obviously has to either defuse the bomb that's been planted or wipe out the enemy team before they plant the bomb, and the attackers obviously have to plant the bomb, blow it up, or they have to eliminate the defending team. Now currently there are 6 maps for Demolition and 4 Team Deathmatch maps. They're on screen right now. I'm not going to talk about the maps in detail because I have no understanding of how they play out because I have yet to play the game and I'm waiting for open beta. So during the closed beta test that happened in January of 2019, ESL had an open cup which was 5v5 Demolition, which is the search and destroy bomb plant mode, and essentially teams could win up to around $650 worth of Steam gift card prizes, I guess. So essentially that's $650 that was split up between various different open cups, and they basically were testing what this game would be like as a competitive esport. And honestly, Demolition, Bomb Plant, Search and Destroy works really well as an esport setting. We've seen this with Counter-Strike, with Rainbow Six Siege, and a variety of different other shooters, free-to-play online shooters. And AVA has had an esport scene in the past that has worked really, really well. So it's something that they could probably do really, really successfully. I'm not sure how these tournaments played out, but essentially I think that they want to have some kind of esport scene when this game goes into open beta and it has a player base. All in all, I'm very excited to see AVA Dog Tag go into open beta in the near future. I'm excited to play it and see what it has to offer and what it's going to do to try and keep the game fresh, but at the same time not over convolute everything by adding a load of new content that makes everything a mess. Obviously AVA, the original AVA from back in 2009 European and NA release, was a game that lasted a decade, 10 years of constant updates which added loads of different guns. And something you see with a lot of free-to-play online first-person shooters is they have over 300 plus guns and the gameplay becomes convoluted, where essentially if you're playing the game and you started playing the game when it first came out, there'll be some weapons that are really good, and over time the meta changes because new weapons come out and certain weapons are better than other weapons, and then you have OP weapons and there's lots of balancing that has to happen. But essentially all of the original mechanics that make the game really, really good get convoluted, and essentially the game changes over time. You see this with a lot of different games. Take for example Fortnite Battle Royale. That is a game that's ever changing, and it is a completely different game from when you originally played it when it first came out in 2017, and that's what you see with a lot of games. So hopefully they manage to make a really, really solid first-person shooter, and hopefully they can get an esports scene going that can drive this game's popularity, and hopefully it does really, really well. I want to see this game do really, really well. If you'd like to check out more information about AVA Dog Tag, I have linked the website in the description below. You can check out the social media pages for the game. They have Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and a Discord that you can join. All of that is linked in the description below with the website. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did in fact enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like. Unfortunately, if you didn't enjoy this video, there's always a dislike button. And if you'd like to see more content like this or more content by me, then don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in my next video.